instructions so you know what to expect. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck. Shake hands.
This is such a special fight city, such a special venue, extraordinary atmosphere. Conlan against Bateson, live for you on Channel 5. Bateson hasn't boxed for 272 days, but surely his way is to try and put pressure on Conlan. Not a renowned big puncher. Conlan always with that suspect chin. The jeopardy here is how much does Conlan have left. You would feel that at his best, Conlan would win this comfortably, but how much is there? Can Bateson take advantage? The early skirmishes might tell us plenty here, Barry Jones.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's important, even though this he's safe and not make any mistakes for Bateson, certainly, just to try and quiet the crowd as well, and just there aren't any scars mentally with Michael Conlan, just to make him feel something on the chin quite early. And for Conlan, of course, you have sublime skills. If he can get round the straight shots of Bateson, if he can get round when he throws those shots, if he can get underneath them and spin round the target, he's going to have a free shot at times.
Remember, this is a former world amateur champion. 10 years ago last month in Qatar. Conlan, very, very special. And he's had really good moments in the pros, but a couple of almost unforgettably bad ones. Bateson himself beaten once by Shabazz Massoud in Sheffield in November 2022. And then that technical draw against Danny Quatermain after a couple of rounds, a clash of heads last time. Does Bateson have it in him to test Conlan?
He just landed with a nice left hook. I was going to say it's good, a decent start here from Conlan. Nothing's really happening too much. A little more positive than Bateson, but Bateson landed with a nice little counter left hook a few seconds ago. And you know you're not going to have massive success early with Conlan. He's going to be sharp, but you've got to try and somehow put the pressure on without losing your shape.
Conlan with a big swing with that left hand. Of course, the home crowd can be something glorious to roar you on, but it can pile the pressure on you as well. Conlan constantly switching stances as he can do so effortlessly.
It's a good point, that, Dave, because it's very important to have that crowd, especially when it becomes a really hard fight, but also they can sometimes force you to lose your shape, make a mistake and get carried away with the noise and the sound.
Bateson landed a little left hook on the inside, and Conlan trying to land a right to the body. It's a good start, this, from Bateson. Conlan with a good left hand there.
But they both threw then. I think Bateson had the better shot with the right hand when they both were exchanging hooks.
Confident start from Bateson. Wonder how far that intent and confidence will take him here tonight. So Grant Smith with Michael Conlan, Dalton Smith in that corner as well. There's Bateson with Keith Walton. Dad Mark in there on cuts as well. Good tight team. And when you travel like Ben Marksby did, you travel over from Leeds and you come and you feel the crowds against you, well, it can give you a togetherness that can produce something special, Barry.
Well, it's no surprise, so you're expecting it, so you almost, your whole camp is probably gearing up to being everything, your back's against the wall, and quite often for fighters, that can steal you. Everyone's against you, that mentality can force you to train hard, to be better, mentally tougher, but you do it, but when you experience it on the night, it can also swallow you. It's very, very, that fine line for getting it right.
And let's be clear that Conlan is used to these big nights. Bateson, not at all, really.
Conlan's whole career has been big nights. From his debut on, even in Madison Square Gardens, and they've all been big nights, big occasions, big crowds.
Yeah, that is not the part that would faze him. That's not the doubt about Michael Conlan.
He might not have all the questions that we're posing about Conlan. Does he still have it? All these, he might not have that. He might not even think that for a second.
Southpaw jab is such a weapon for Conlan.
See the feet already getting tangled up there. Just seen Conlan almost trip over the front foot of Bateson. Both wide stances. Conlan's incredibly wide, just trying to dip low.
And trying to land that left hook, Conlan.
Keeping his shape well here, Bateson.
Bateson knows he can't allow Conlan to settle into a rhythm, that beautiful boxing rhythm that he's still capable of. That way Conlan dominates the fight. Bateson has to knock him off that stride.
See, this threatening style here from Conlan, he's not having loads of success with it, he's just making Bateson think all the time, but Bateson's doing well with the feet, and it's just not allowing Conlan to really just commit to an attack either, so it's tactical chess at the minute.
Plenty of talk this week about the plans for Conlan. Should he get over this hurdle? Big fights on the horizon potentially. The name of another Leeds fighter, Josh Warrington, been thrown around. Of course, rematch potential against Lee Wood as well. You'd watch that again.
You would. But what if Bateson gets a win? And what if he gets a resounding win? You know, does he have an all-Leeds clash with Josh Warrington all of a sudden? Is he in the conversation with Lee Wood?
In that circumstance, as in every boxing circumstance, nothing would be off the table, I'm sure. But tonight is the focus. You sense the raw emotion around this arena after that remarkable ring walk of Michael Conlan. The crowd to a man and woman on their feet singing along. It was something so special. How could it not move you? And Bateson was waiting a long time in the ring as well. He doubles up the jab and throws that right hand, and again, confidence from Bateson.
Yeah, when Conlan throws that left hand, when he's in the southpaw stance with that left hand to the body, Bateson going to throw that right hand over the top.
Early stages still. Plans put in place. Conlan listening intently to Grant Smith. James McLean here to watch on. We saw him up under the big screen at the start of that ring walk. Now part of that Wrexham story, and a touch of Hollywood around tonight. So round three. Michael Conlan, iconic figure of the island of Ireland, against Jack Bateson from Leeds.
Well, way behind the jab there of Conlan. Hands a little bit higher in this round. Back in the orthodox stance. I mean, that in and out with the feet is so important for Bateson.
The referee, Robert Verhuis of the Netherlands, unhappy with the positioning there of Grant Smith and feeling the need to turn and tell him. And with good, fair reason, he's pointing at the other corner saying, what's the difference? But anyway, let's focus on the fight. Slightly nonsensical sideshow there.
Good uppercut from Conlan, but a good right hand response from Bateson.
Bateson at the moment has the feeling of a fighter who knows what a big chance this is and is not going to die wondering. He's going to give it absolutely everything. They've got a game plan, he's going to stick to it.
And that spring to his step is so important, that little bounce he has, just to get him out of trouble. Conlan's judging the distance there, Conlan, quite well, but then when he commits, Bateson just jumping out of range. So Conlan's got to try and manoeuvre him onto the ropes or in the corner.
Right hand there from Bateson. And Bateson was clipped, and a smile on his face. Both landed almost at the same time there.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt, he's off balance, but the gloves hit the floor, so it is technically, it's a knockdown.
The crowd behind Conlan now.
Got to keep his cool here and his composure here now. Bateson, he wasn't hurt, but he got knocked down. You can't go chasing around. And for Conlan, do the opposite, try and make Bateson panic a little bit, make a mistake.
Long right hand there from Bateson.
Tell you what's brought the crowd back into play though, hasn't it?
Conlan is playing peekaboo there with Bateson, just egging him on. Perfect balance of Conlan.
And he's forcing his foot on the outside as well.
He's forcing Bateson to work so hard by doing so little himself. Judges the distance perfectly, and the situation too, and a good sharp jab there, this time an orthodox one from Conlan.
I think he's better than orthodox fighter in this round.
Here's that flash knockdown. Yeah, it was caused by a shot. Bateson accepted it there with a smile, Barry.
He does, but I can understand why he feels like he won, because it was almost like a bit of a push with it, wasn't it? But I mean, in real time, the referee sees the glove landing and the glove on the floor, and he has to call it a knockdown.
As you said at the time, though, it's so important that Bateson puts that behind him.
I think Bateson's composure has been pretty good, you know, considering the atmosphere and the occasion of the fight for him. You know, this is a massive breakout fight for him if he can get the win.
Got Irish roots himself, his paternal grandmother from Tipperary, great-grandparents from Limerick and from Belfast as well. Conlan's first time in Dublin as a pro, boxed here as an amateur. Won his first national amateur title at the National Stadium in Dublin. Happy memories of boxing here. Referee just told him to keep the punches up there.
He's getting to the southpaw stance here, Conlan, but I just think he gets tagged with the right hand when he leans over the front foot like that, throwing that backhand. For me, I just think he's better as an orthodox fighter. The jab's snappier, more weight in the shot.
I suppose it's what he feels most comfortable with.
I just think he takes it with the right hand that Bateson as well.
Sharp left hand there from Conlan behind that jab. Used his backhand really well there.
So Grant Smith screaming orthodox to Conlan.
Well, he screamed that, and Conlan had a little look over at the corner, and the moment stays southpaw.
Because they're both so sharp on the counter, neither one really committing to make the first move. Conlan is, but still more tentative than he usually is with his approach. Good work.
And the general sense after that comeback fight, we saw in Brighton, most people were unimpressed by Conlan, but Bateson actually said, no, he was just getting the rust off. I don't take any notice of that at all. And the general feeling from the Conlan camp has been that the preparation for this fight and that one, complete night and day.
I think this is a fight that he can...
Oh, right hand from Conlan is just stunning. and he turned almost dismissively, and Bateson is unsteady on his feet, and he's hurt his right ankle, and it's over in the blink of an Irish eye. Dublin is smiling. The magic